Well, hello, I'm Emrys from cruisehive.com, and what a busy week of cruise news we've had, and I mean really busy. We've got lots of breaking news from the major cruise lines, including cancellations, protocols, restarts, and new ships. We've had a non-stop week of cruise news as the cruise industry is well and truly back, unless you're in Australia, as there are further cancellations down under. We've also got big news from Carnival Cruise Line on its third XL class vessel, extended protocols, and an update on the cruise line's ship restarts. There's even more coverage on Royal Caribbean's newest ship, Odyssey of the Seas, Princess Cruises' new ship, Enchanted Princess, and a cancellation for Norwegian Cruise Line's flagship, Norwegian Encore. Wow, so much to get through, so let's get started. Alright then everyone, so let's start with some breaking cruise news as Royal Caribbean's newest ship in the fleet, Odyssey of the Seas, is having its naming ceremony today. Yes, that's right, today, or if you're watching this video on another day, it's on November 13th. So the cruise line celebrates the naming of the Quantum Ultra class cruise ship with godmother Erin Brown, the first Bahamian godmother of a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. The 41-year-old is a mother of two and a para-triathlete competing at the international level. Wow, amazing. The ceremony takes place at the start of a special 2-night voyage from the ship's home port in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. There will be a call at the cruise line's private island of Perfect Day at Coco Cay in the Bahamas during the voyage. Odyssey of the Seas first restarted guest operations on July 31st, 2021 in Florida and is sailing 6 and 8 night Southern and Western Caribbean cruises. Alright, on to more big news with Carnival Cruise Line announcing restart dates for more ships that are still waiting to resume guest operations. 15 Carnival cruise ships have already resumed service, and they will be joined by Carnival Sensation from Mobile on March 5th, Carnival Ecstasy from Jacksonville on March 7th, and Carnival Paradise from Tampa on March 12th. All those dates, of course, are in 2022. The entire US fleet will be back by the end of March 2022. And while we're on the topic, another Carnival cruise ship is restarting operations for the first time since suspension started in March 2020. Yes, Carnival Legend will begin sailings from Baltimore on November 14th. The ship is replacing the Carnival Pride, which is shifting from Baltimore to become the first Carnival vessel to restart from Tampa, Florida, also on November 14th. Carnival Cruise Line has now decided to extend its vaccinated sailings through March 2022. It does mean that protocols are to remain in place to keep guests protected across the fleet, including beyond the end of the CDC conditional sailing order on January 15th, 2022. So the cruise line is making some changes for unvaccinated guests concerning exemptions. Carnival had previously closed exemption requests for sailings in 2022, but has now reopened the option for sailings through March 31st, 2022. It comes as US health officials have now approved the Pfizer vaccine for those aged 5 to 11. Due to Carnival having to confirm the total number of vaccinated guests for each sailing, guests who request an exemption will only be notified if they are approved until much closer to the sailing date. Very important indeed. With the vaccine being approved for kids, it also allows the cruise line to reopen its Camp Ocean offering from December 10th. This will only be for fully vaccinated kids, and there could still be limitations in place. There are so many changes from Carnival this week, especially with all the protocols. You can check all the full details and coverage on the protocols over on cruisehive.com. The long-awaited and stunningly designed newest cruise ship in the Princess Cruises fleet, Enchanted Princess, finally began sailing with guests from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on her long-awaited maiden voyage on November 10th. The ship will be sailing the Caribbean for the next 6 months until she repositions to Europe in April of next year. Enchanted Princess offers guests a fully updated and modernized medallion class experience. Ample dining and relaxation options, including 25 bars and restaurants. Enchanted Princess sailed on the first of 15 10-day cruises from Fort Lauderdale. These cruises can also be combined with longer 20-day voyages, which call in 12 different Caribbean ports. The 145,000 gross ton ship's first port of call was at Princess Keys in the Bahamas. The voyage also includes St. Thomas, Dominica, Curacao, and Aruba before heading back to Fort Lauderdale on November 20th. Guests booked on Norwegian Encore's November 14th cruise out of Miami, Florida have been informed that the voyage has been cancelled. Norwegian Cruise Line said the ship was delayed by 2 days arriving in Miami, and no other reason was provided. The delay does come as Norwegian Encore remained off the coast of Panama waiting to transit the canal. It's likely the ship's transit was delayed due to traffic through the canal. The ship was scheduled to arrive in Miami on November 13th, a day before starting guest operations from the port. The vessel was scheduled to depart Miami on November 14th on a 7-day Caribbean cruise, including a call in the Dominican Republic, St. Thomas, Tortola, and the cruise line's private island, Great Stirrup Key in the Bahamas. The ship is repositioning to Miami after completing its deployment out of Seattle, Washington to Alaska. And after being on pause for 17 months, Norwegian Encore was the first in the fleet to restart operations in the US on August 7th, 2021. With no clear pathway on resuming cruise operations in Australia, cruise lines are extending their pause in the country, including 2 Carnival-owned cruise brands. P&O Australia has decided to cancel the seasons for 3 home ports during 2022 due to the uncertainty in resuming cruise operations in the country and those specific regions. The cruise line has cancelled sailings from Adelaide from February 2022 to March 28th, 2022. Cruises from Fremantle are cancelled from April 2nd, 2022 to April 25th, 2022. The season out of Cannes is also cancelled from June 2nd, 2022 to June 29th, 2022. It's also important to know that all those seasons will now take place in 2023. For Carnival Cruise Line, Carnival Splendor sailings are now cancelled through March 4th, 2021, and Carnival Spirit sailings are cancelled through March 6th, 2021. Carnival Cruise Line continues to rename its new XL class cruise ships after its former older vessels. The third ship in the new generation class will be named Carnival Jubilee. 37 years after the original Carnival Jubilee cruise ship, which first entered service in 1986 and was part of the holiday class. Do let us know what you think about the new ship name in the comments below. The third XL class vessel will be identical to her sister ships and fully powered by liquefied natural gas, which is also known as LNG. The ship will be 182,800 gross tons and have a guest capacity of more than 5,400 at double occupancy, along with 1,700 international crew members. It's also been revealed that Carnival Jubilee will be based out of Port of Galveston in Texas when she debuts in 2023. Very exciting. It would be the largest ever Carnival cruise ship to sail from Galveston and follows the original vessel that also sailed from the port all the way back in 2002. Carnival Jubilee will be sailing on 7-day Western Caribbean itineraries from the port of Galveston. Bookings will open in early 2022, and the cruise line will release more specific itinerary details by that time. So do keep checking cruisehive.com for all the latest. It has been a busy week of cruise news, that's for sure, and we've got all the coverage and latest developments over on cruisehive.com, including Royal Caribbean Group's CEO is stepping down after more than 33 years in the position. Disney Cruise Line completes deal for cruises out of Port Everglades. Carnival Miracle's Hawaii voyage is cancelled. Royal Caribbean extends its protocols through March 2022. NCL launches its biggest sale ever just in time for Black Friday and the holiday season. And there are many more stories to read up on all over on the website. Do feel free to like and subscribe to the Cruise Hive YouTube channel so we can keep making sure you're updated on all the cruise news. Thanks ever so much for your time, everyone. I'm Emrys from cruisehive.com, and I'll see you all soon.